Earning a higher salary does not automatically cure financial stress. A larger paycheck cannot override bad spending habits, especially when your phone is constantly trying to turn your bank account into a slot machine. The modern personal finance ecosystem is crowded with apps and services masquerading as helpful solutions. You log in to check your balance, and you are immediately hit with offers to finance your groceries or bet on international politics. Some of these products are vital behavioral guardrails. They force you to confront your numbers and keep you on track. Others are predatory mechanisms, precision engineered to extract your wealth while pretending to manage it. We are going to evaluate the most popular financial tools available today. By stripping away the marketing language, we can see exactly who these products are built to serve and who they are built to exploit. Full transparency, my team uses affiliate links for some of the positive tools we will discuss, but this analysis is strictly about the structural mechanics of how these platforms actually operate. To make sense of this, we have to map the utility of a given tool against your specific net worth stage. What works for someone scaling their investments will actively harm someone trying to clear credit card debt. When you plot the current landscape of apps onto this grid, it becomes a messy, confusing spread. Everything from basic spreadsheets to high-risk trading platforms overlaps, all fighting for your attention. The tools you choose will either align with human psychology to automate your wealth building, or they will exploit your behavioral blind spots to siphon it away. Let's start with Phase 1, the Rebuilder. If you are recovering from a torched credit score or heavy debt, you are in survival mode. That makes you highly vulnerable to marketing that promises quick fixes. The most effective tools here are the simplest: secured credit cards, or being added as an authorized user on a trusted family member's account. With a secured card, you lock up a small cash deposit as collateral. In exchange, the bank reports your consistent, on-time payments to the credit bureaus. You are slowly constructing a reliable credit history with absolute mathematical safety. The exact opposite of that safety is the buy now, pay later industry. Apps like Klarna have integrated themselves into nearly every online checkout screen, targeting shoppers who are already tight on cash. They offer point-of-sale financing. Instead of looking at a scary $100 total, you see an offer to pay $25 today. It artificially shrinks the psychological pain of the purchase. This chart reveals the hidden mathematical cost of that illusion. On average, shoppers spend 23% more per transaction when they use buy now, pay later platforms at checkout. You end up buying things you otherwise would have abandoned in the cart. To make it worse, most of these apps do not report your on-time payments to credit bureaus. You get zero help building your credit score. But if you fall 30 days past due, they will immediately report the negative mark, damaging your score further. Secured cards require you to temporarily tie up your liquidity, but they deliver long-term safety. Buy now, pay later offers immediate, short-term gratification while actively sabotaging a rebuilder's financial recovery. Phase 2 is for the automator. You have steady income and are out of immediate danger, but you're battling lifestyle creep and the temptation to just avoid looking at your bank accounts. You need an automated budgeting aggregator. A tool like Monarch or a highly organized Google Sheet pulls the raw data out of the shadows and forces you to look at it. Yes, you might pay a small subscription fee for an app, but the outcome is instant passive visibility. You know exactly where your cash is flowing without spending hours doing the math yourself. Contrast that passive visibility with extreme, manual, zero-based budgeting programs. These frameworks demand that you manually allocate every single dollar each month and completely eliminate discretionary spending, like going to a restaurant, until you are entirely debt-free. This method demands total lifestyle penance, framing debt as a moral defect, not a math problem. By linking aggressive financial austerity with a culture that historically polices how women spend, it turns money management into a chore wrapped in patriarchal guilt and shame. For most people, that intensity is impossible to maintain long-term. The automator also faces a very specific retail trap: the store credit card. Every few months, you are at the register buying your usual items, and the cashier offers you an immediate discount to open their card. Stores know exactly how your brain works. The moment you secure that upfront discount, you feel an internal psychological pressure to spend more at that specific retailer in the future just to justify having the card in your wallet. There is exactly one mathematical exception to this rule: buying a necessary major appliance. If you can get a massive upfront discount and 0% financing for a year, and you pay it off completely before the interest kicks in, a store card makes structural sense. Outside of that one scenario, automators must prioritize tools that remove friction and guilt from their daily lives, while aggressively rejecting products that use discounts to trick you into brand-loyal debt. The final phase is the wealth builder. You have high net worth, managing complex assets, or you are navigating a major life transition, like buying a home. Your base strategy here is broad index investing. It is boring by design. You make steady, automated contributions to diversified funds, and you leave the money alone for decades. The trap for the wealth builder is the illusion of control. Stock-ticking apps and prediction markets target high earners by convincing them they are smart enough to outwit the general public. This chart illustrates a harsh statistical reality. Nearly 65% of individual stocks underperform the broader market index. Through sheer mathematical probability, picking individual stocks is a highly efficient way to do worse than a basic index fund. Even professionals who are paid to pick stocks rarely beat the market average. And if they actually had the privileged insider information required to guarantee a win, using it would send them to federal prison. Then you have prediction platforms like Kalshi, which push this gamification into a darker territory. They allow users to place financial bets on volatile geopolitical events and international conflicts. It turns real-world instability into a casino game for your phone. If you want to engage with complex global markets, skip betting apps. Listen to macroeconomic news, read the Financial Times, and hire a flat-fee fiduciary advisor. Paying a premium for a human advisor gives you an objective sounding board. When market news is terrifying, or you need to optimize a six-figure tax decision, they act as the adult in the room, keeping you anchored to your actual goals. Wealth builders must recognize when a DIY approach. True wealth is built by choosing boring, steady growth over the dopamine hit of gamified risk. The pattern is clear. Effective financial tools make managing your money boring, highly visible, and automatic. Predatory tools make spending exciting, obfuscated, and tied to your emotions. Here is the decision tree for your current stage. If rebuilding, focus on secured cards, ignore checkout apps. If optimizing, use an aggregator app, reject extreme manual budgeting and store cards. If scaling, rely on index funds and fiduciaries, delete day trading and prediction markets. Personal finance is ultimately an exercise in behavioral defense. Success comes down to choosing the tools that protect you from your worst habits and ruthlessly avoiding the ones designed to exploit them.